So I am trying to go live now, and this is the first time I've done this, other than a couple of tests that I tried to do. But anyway, I'm a little bit early, so I'm trying to just trying to give people a chance to find the channel. If you do, and you're logged into YouTube, go ahead and make a comment so I know you're there, and that somebody is finding me. I'm probably gonna just kind of do some filler, talk about some things for filler for a few minutes, just to wait on people um, to try to find this. I'm using YouTube right now, so we'll see how this works in the future. Um, but for right now, this is what I'm trying to. Um, let me see if there's anything. I guess I'm gonna. Nope. I guess I'm not. So if you're seeing anything here, or if you're hearing me, please let me know by making a comment. But anyway, I guess I'll just kind of go ahead and start with where I am here. I'm rather limited on my tech here, so I'm using a borrowed Chromebook and trying to use things that I can here. Oh, hey Ashley, thanks for logging on there. I got your email earlier. Um, did I tried to send a link? Did it work? I'm not even sure this is the same link as that. Let me see. Anybody else out there logging in? Okay. Well, it's almost 9:30, so I'm gonna. Okay, great. Thanks, Ashley. Um, I'm gonna just kind of begin talking about where we are with this. If you've been to the Moodle page, you've seen that I put up a bunch of stuff. I'm kind of I don't know. It's all kind of a mess what we're all dealing with right now, um, but in a way, it kind of is a challenge that I feel like when this is all over, people will have more confidence and that kind of thing in the United States. I really kind of feel like there's some that Americans are generally people that get past things like this. So I'm really kind of looking forward to that stage where we do get past this. But right now, we have this class to finish, and I really want to have as much success as we can on this. I feel like that most of you can kind of work with this. If you don't really have anybody that's actually sick in your home or in your little circle, then I feel like we can probably finish off this course. Hopefully, get everybody to do well and not be held back by this. I'm really looking forward to getting past all this. Anyway, let me talk. I assume that Ashley's not the only one that's with me, and that other people are probably watching or finding this place. But I'm gonna try to post this on the Moodle site, the little section there at the top. So if you that's what I'm gonna try to do after all my live streams, if YouTube continues to work out for me. But let's just talk about where we're going from here. If you've looked at the Moodle site, you see that towards the bottom weeks, the weeks that we're still in, I put a lot of videos and that kind of thing on there. Most of them are Khan Academy videos. Those are going to be things that are going to replace a lot of the instruction that I would have been giving you. Salman Khan, as you know, is probably you've probably seen and heard him. He's a really good at working with this kind of material. Really good guy, really smart guy, and I appreciate him for having all those materials for me. But let's just go through the different things that you were doing to make your grade in this class. we were doing quizzes. That is now over. The large purpose for that was kind of getting you to keep up with your homework, which I can certainly tell from my math lab now, because that's where all our homework is going to be. It was also to kind of keep track of who was there and that kind of thing. So that's really not something that I need to do now. So our quizzes are done. The homework quizzes that we did in class, those are going to be the quizzes. I'm still gonna drop one of those, like I said, and those will still be that same portion of your grade. It's either 20 or 25%. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look, but it's still going to be that same portion of your grade, but that part of it is over. All the homework assignments, that's the second portion of our of your grade. All those things are going to be on my math lab. So it's the same assignments that you actually already had, but I'm going to be watching that a little bit more closely, and that's what I'm going to be depending on for homework. So hopefully, you know, I got the same rules there. So that 80% is what you need on all your homework in order to get credit for that. Of course, the pretest, there's no special grade you got to make on that, and there's no special. Well, let me see. Yeah, there's no special grade that you have to make on the pretest. For the homework and the homework review at the end of the chapters, those need to be 80%, and then you'll get all the credit for them. Like I've said before, 79 is like a 0, but 80 is like a 100 on that. So you want to get them up to 80%. You can always change those answers, ask for a similar question, and you can change those and bring up the score on those. So all assignments will be on my math lab, as will the test. We had one test in the classroom. I hope most of you got to do that. Got to do the test in the classroom. Maybe a couple of you didn't. But the other tests are going to be the Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 tests. It's not that long till we'll be considering Chapter 7 tests. Really, the end of this week you'll need to be taking that test. But the test will be done online, and the final will be done online. They'll both be on my math lab. So that's where we'll do that, because that's what we have. That's what we have available to us. So those are all the components. We had the homework quizzes. They're over. There's the assignments. Those are the ones that you've kind of always been able to kind of see where they were on my math lab. And then there's the tests that are also on my math lab. We got 2 remaining, and again, out of the 3, I'm going to drop 1, just like always. And then there is the final, and both the Chapter 7 and 8 tests and the final are on a schedule. There'll be certain days that you have to take those. And you know, if you look at that schedule that's in the top section of Moodle right now, the schedule. I have a Google Docs document there that you can take a look at, and it shows what we're doing each week until the end, and that's pretty solid. I want to stay with that as much as I can. I also have office hours, and what office hours means in this situation is that I'm going to be close to this borrowed Chromebook that I have, and I'm going to be able to get email and during those hours and be able to hopefully get back to you pretty quick. Now, I may have more than one person want my attention at the same time, so it may not be just immediate every time, but you know, I'm looking at my during these hours, I'll be looking at my email. I'll be trying to get to people just as fast as I can, and in most cases, it'll probably work out to be pretty immediate. My office hours, and this is posted on Moodle too, so you can go to a Google Docs at the top of our Moodle page for my office hours. But I'll go ahead and tell you that Monday through Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to be looking at my email from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's when I'm committed to be there. And then Friday from 10 to 12, the morning hours, 10 to 12. So Monday through Thursday, 1 to 3 in the afternoon, and on Friday, 10 to 12. Now I'll probably check my email a lot of other times, but those are the times when I'm committed to be right there, and that you should be able to get a pretty quick answer to anything during those times. So I'll be available to answer things then. Um, as you begin to work on things, like, of course, you're to a large extent you're working at your own pace, but you won't be able to do the tests at your own pace. They're going to be opened up at a particular time, and you'll have a 3-day period in which to take each of those. And again, if you look on the schedule that I've posted at the top of our Moodle page, the chapter 7 test and the chapter 8 test and the final, all those dates are on there when those are going to be open for you to take. Um, and when you do the assignments, I want to make a comment about that. How I was expecting you. You have several things to help you. I know that some people have gone through My Math Lab, and they use the helps that are there on My Math Lab, and they can kind of navigate and get through that way. And that's okay if that works for you. But I'm going to advise that you take in most of those videos that I've posted. Salman Khan is good at working examples and talking about some of the things that you're working with there. And I've used some other people too for videos, but I recommend the videos because it just kind of gives you. I think it'll make it quicker for you to actually do your homework if you kind of look at some material on that before. Of course, there's the textbook, looking at each section and trying to go through examples and see what they're talking about on the textbook. That's always I mean, that's originally what it was for. People don't generally read their math textbooks anymore, but it is for that purpose, to explain those things. So that's something that's available to you. And then if you just search, for videos over the topic, the name of the section in the book, it will bring up lots of videos. I've looked at videos and tried to pick out ones that are going to do some examples that are similar to what you would see, but you can look for other examples if you want to. I've got quite a few there, but you can, it's not at all hard to find supplementary materials there. I'm going to be try to be making some supplementary materials, maybe some VoiceThread, voiceover, where I could actually kind of go through some examples with you. I won't try to use these videos for that because I really don't have any way to set that up here at home for that. But I don't think I'll be able to do a lot of video there, but or here at home. But I may use some other things to try to upload, and I'll upload those with the week and the section that it goes with. So I think you'll be able to tell what goes together there. As far as where you are now, I am anticipating that you're working on 7.8 today and tomorrow. If you haven't done 7.8, I would ask you to try to get into that. Try to do as much of that as you can. It's going to take some time. But again, if you begin with the videos and maybe the examples in the text, I think you'll probably be able to get through the homework there. And of course, the homework on My Math Lab is going to be aimed at the tests on My Math Lab. So that's what we have later in the week. Starting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week is your test over Chapter 7. And it's available for you to do on My Math Lab starting Wednesday, the 1st. And that's not a April Fool's Day joke. That I'm not doing any of that. I hope most people are not doing April Fool's Day stuff this year. But in any case, I'm not. And so you need to log on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, take that test. And allow yourself plenty of time. But once you get on, make sure that your pop-up blocker is off, and then start the test. And you won't, once you're done with the test, there won't be any way to redo it. and I'm not sure. It may have set up a thing where you can't open another browser. It may kick you out if you open another browser. I'm actually not quite sure about that. For security, that would be a good thing if it did that. And I know we've had that set up before, but I don't know if that's the case for sure. But I would be careful. I wouldn't open any other browsers or any other windows while you're taking the test. Just make sure you have stuff to write with, stuff to write on, and a calculator with you when you start. Um, if anybody else has joined us by now, type me a hello so I know you're there. I mean, probably a number of you will be watching this after the fact. I'll probably have to post this so people can hopefully know what's going on. But I'm not seeing any other activity here, so I don't think I'm going to try to make this video that much longer. I think I'm gonna cut it off here, and we will try this again next week, and hopefully, hopefully this is going to work out for us. If I have to go to another format besides YouTube, they're trying to make people update and use some software that I can't really afford right now. So we'll see how long this lasts, that I'm able to do this kind of basic type of live stream that I'm doing right now. But anyway, good luck to all of you. I'm here. My office hours this afternoon are 1 to 3. So I'll be available to answer questions from email. You can reply to one of my Moodle messages, or you know my address, gm@carc.edu. And so I'll probably be hearing from some of you. If you want to tell me that you saw this live, that'd be great. If you didn't log in here, but I think this is where I'm going to end it. And as a group, this is probably the last activity that we do together until a week from now. I'll try to do the same thing, perhaps deal with some other issues that have come up by then. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and we'll try to get back with you next week. Everybody be well.